Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we have got some pretty significant news here. So I think that this is gonna be, probably pretty big. So let me just set the scene here. So for starters, this is gonna be, what, like, so this should be right around midnight. Oh, we've got a link, yeah. So this is gonna be right around midnight for me. Yeah, 1 a.m. on the 25th. That's basically Friday night. Okay. 1 a.m. on the 25th. Okay. Okay. All right. So sure. Okay. I'm just like thinking about, like, okay, like, got to make sure I'm going to be ready and available for that. Okay. So, to celebrate the 10th anniversary, our producer's letter will be live from the venue. What this should be like, chat, is this is going to be the Japanese version of this right here. So remember, there was the Global Dokkan Community Fest, which was held in LA last month. I was invited and I did attend, right? I got a chance to have a sit down with Geppy, Amatsu, as well as Ken, right? Talked about some things about the game, right? And there was also a sneak peek of the new mode that's going to be coming. I assume that this will be there. My guess is that, like, a lot of the events and stuff that we had at the global version would be here at this JP version as well, this Japanese version. So they probably will get a chance to test out the new mode, and, you know, probably have, like, the little kind of, like, games and stuff that we had at the Community Fest. Then, towards the end of the Community Fest, right, once it was actually wrapping up, they did a live version of the producer's letter, which the live version had all of the info that this did. The only exclusive stuff that we had, really, was they had a little bit of exclusive gameplay of Wrath Broly at the time. And, I mean, I was able to catch it instantly, that with the way Wrath Broly was designed, they took him particularly into, like, the #1 fight for him. Twitter doesn't have subtitles, does it? That's a pain. I had this pulled up because I was, I figured we could take a look at some of the information that's in here, and we could definitely see this revealed. So, this is going to be a little bit before the character actually comes out, by the way. So the 5th, essentially. I don't know. I mean, I suppose it's possible that the character come out a little bit earlier than I'm expecting. But I'm expecting the next Dokkan Fest and the next banner to be more so like the 31st or the 30th. Like, one of these 2 days is when I think. And, I mean, if we would go back, allow me to pause for 2 seconds. Let me just pull up the last couple Halloween releases here. All right, guys, we have the last 5 years, basically. Well, 2024 to 2020. So Slug was on Halloween. Gohan and Piccolo were on Halloween. Bardock was on Halloween. Trunks was on the 29th. And then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was on the 30th. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we're probably going to see the 31st or the 30th is when we'll get this next Dokkan Fest that's actually going to release, right? So we're going to get, I would imagine, full kits and animations. This is going to be, I mean, almost a week, potentially, before the character would come out. This is, again, exactly the same thing that they did with Wrath Broly. Wrath Broly was the same way, where, we saw his kit and his animations in the producer's letter, but he was still a good week away or so. So, just, trying to get this information out there to anticipate that is going to happen here, right? So, all right, so there's that. Again, they definitely will be showing the next Dokkan Fest here. Now, historically, here's the thing. There was a lot of discussion. I actually want to watch Iron Kane's video. Iron Kane made a video talking about, like, are the mobile games falling off? Like, if we switch over here, like, he dropped this. I do want to get a chance to watch this, but he dropped that basically while I was asleep, and then I woke up, and there was a bunch of discussion on it. Me, personally, as someone who essentially, like, I know it sounds goofy to say and stuff, but essentially, Dokkan is my full-time job. essentially. Covering Dokkan, playing Dokkan. I mean, again, I know it's going to sound weird, and then, people get, like, they'll get a certain way, they'll get nasty, but, like, it is kind of just true. As Dokkan stands right now, I'm not concerned. Baby Trunks and Baby Goten, or excuse me, I'm wrong. Baby Gohan and Baby Goten. Gohan and Goten is the character. They're, I mean, probably, I think, the worst performing unit of all time. But I'm not, like, this is the thing with Tao, too, that a lot of people, like, misunderstood, is that, yeah, Tao, like, was the previous character, basically, that was the lowest of all time. Baby Gohan and Goten have surpassed him. But, like, these were months that typically, historically, aren't really the craziest, right? Like, June leads into Tanabata, but now it's worldwide GDC, right? October is typically cool down from, worldwide. This year it's TDC, but, like, this is usually the quiet period of the year. I'm not, tripping, because 10th anniversary and GDC, like, just, like, not talking about, like, views or something, but just, like, me with my own eyes, like, comments, people talking about on Twitter, right, how mad people get. Like, these things show that they're very, like, invested in the celebration, in what's going on. And the 10th anniversary and the GDC this year both had some of, like, it just, like, people were, like, really, like, into the game during those. So I'm not really super concerned, right? It's just, Dokkan, we're now about to hit our 11th year. They can't just drop, Super Saiyan Vegeta and Super Saiyan Goku, some variation of them, every single, like, you can't do that. Like, they're gonna get into the like, lower hype stuff. Legends is gonna get to the point, too, where they're gonna do a little bit more of kind of, like, these, like, not, necessarily, like, major hype characters. I'm not really too concerned about the state of Dokkan right now at all. And I think Dokkan is doing a lot of good, positive changes for the game. We're awaiting the reverse feature to be removed. I think it's probably going to be coming up in a couple of days here. For a player like me, it does suck, but I think overall it will make the game better. Right? So I do think the game, they're making strides to improve the game. I think the game is in an okay state. I'm not pressed right now. But I was expecting, usually this Halloween celebration, remember, I say Halloween celebration, but there's usually kind of like two things going on. There's like a very, very mini kind of like goofy little Halloween event type celebration, and then the next like Dokkan Fest celebration, which takes up the first half of November. That is coming up. Historically, that is the worst celebration of the year, right? This guy infamously had the worst celebration, I would say, pretty much of all time. Right? This guy's celebration was, like, if you were there, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. This was bad. This guy's celebration. I was expecting this upcoming celebration to be bad like that. But with them having a live reveal here, I'm not so sure. So I made this tweet right here. I think there's a very good chance, I should have said now, that the next Dokkan Fest is big. I don't think they're going to do a live reveal for, like, Dokkan Fest Android 18 or Dokkan Fest Saiyan Saga Gohan. I just, just, like, two, like, non-popular picks kind of came to mind, right? I'm sure Twitter, like, oh, no, Android 18 is, like, mega hype, but, like, I'd love Android 18 to get a premium character, but she's not, like, you understand, you get it. You get it. Stop fighting with it. You understand what I mean. So, I don't think they're going to get something along that level. Could be a little bit more popular. Now, remember, November usually has heroes characters, right? I like people's theories that we could get, like, maybe an exciting crossover Dokkan Fest that would lead into hero stuff in November as well. To me, that seems possible. There is also Daima. At Dokkan, they're gonna drop Daima. Maybe people are right. It is gonna end up being 11th anniversary. I mean, that would be fine, I guess, at this point. Like, who cares? Like, now, we've passed GDC, past TDC. Like, if we're just going to make Daima anniversary, like, fuck it, we're doing Daima as anniversary then. I kind of just want them to get the stuff in game, the new, fresh stuff, right? Like, and that's the other thing, too, is, like, people talking about, like, oh, it's not the character, it's the celebration. That's fucking hoppycock. Because if they drop adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like, in October or June or whatever, he's going to have that same level of interest. Because it's a brand new character, right? So, let's just see what some of the replies are thinking. Oh, yeah, yeah, Minato agrees. Yeah, I think so. Probably, maybe like Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, Gohan Black, Mira and Toa. Mira and Toa are not really as exciting, but like something like that. Yeah, a big crossover Dokkan Fest. That to me sounds really possible. Maybe Shallot. Shallot could be huge. Let's see what Cindy's got here. Oh my god, Halloween Goku and Pain. Oh my god, that's a great idea. Actually, I'm totally cool with this. And they could do like TUR Super Saiyan 4 Goku right now, just get a little bit of interest, and then, again, for anniversary, they do LRs of adult Goku and Vegeta. They could. I love this idea. I love this. The Halloween free-to-play Goku and Pansy. That's a great idea. That's good. That's a W. That's a W. We'd take that. Diamond Mini Goku. Crossover. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, yeah. Shallot would be good. I'd be so down for Shallot. Could be Daima. Definitely could be Daima. Daima. Let's see. Crossover unit. Yeah, that could be. Those are kind of like the two ways I think I'm kind of like going in agreement with people. Daima or some type of crossover. Oh, Garlic Jr. Remember, we still don't have this Garlic Jr. from the movie. We don't. The Garlic Jr. in Dokkan is from the anime filler arc when he's fighting Piccolo and Krillin and Kid Gohan. So I eventually I would love for Garlic Jr. to get his movie boss's Dokkan Fest, but I don't think they're gonna they're not doing like this, and then it's like, all right, guys, get your butts in the seat. Garlic Jr., right? Like me and Gresh for years, we've had our little jokes with Garlic Jr., right? Like, but it's not like I don't think that's what this is gonna be for. Okay. Yeah, Daima set up into New Year. Oh, New Year's dual LRs? Maybe. All right, so Miles is saying no. We'll see. We'll see. Now, I expect, again, we'll get this producer's letter for this, and it probably will have a lot of details of the next celebration upcoming. The only thing I would, just warn you guys is that, usually this celebration isn't that crazy. So we'll see exactly how good it's going to be, right? So, all right, well, yeah, okay. Well, there we go, guys. We have a reveal coming in a couple of days. Let me know what you guys think, who you guys would like to see be the big time character. I'm pretty down with, I guess, I'm okay with Daima, or I'm also okay with, a crossover character. I think a crossover character could be fun. Maybe Super Saiyan 3 Broly, but with actually, like, good animations or something. That could be fun, right? Like, I don't know if we'll ever get another Super Saiyan 3 Broly, but I think that could be pretty cool. Like, a really good version of him. Who knows? So, let me know what you guys think. I'll see y'all then.